Guys, the biggest sale of the year is ending at Barbell Apparel. Have you ever struggled with jeans that hug your quads just a little bit too tight, or clothes that don't quite fit right? Well, I've been there, and that's why I'm stoked to tell you about Barbell Apparel's biggest sale of the year. All jeans and pants are $50 off, and if that wasn't enough, get 50% off all items site-wide. I've been rocking their gear for a while now, and the comfort and fit is unmatched, especially for guys like me that don't skip leg day. Quick heads up though, they have sold out for 8 years straight, so don't miss out. Get yours while they last. Go to barbellapparel.com/Chael to grab some new gear from my personal favorites and level up your wardrobe game, or just click on the link below. Jailton Almeida has called out, or publicly called for, Tom to defend the interim championship. Almeida is spot on. And Tom agrees. Tom wants to defend the championship. And I do wonder what that holdup is, guys. And we do have to take a deep breath here and realize Tom became champion less than 1 month ago. So the relevance being, there is no other champion that has been booked in less than a month. So possibly there is nothing holding up Tom. Possibly having him wait till whatever happens with Stipe and Jon, or whether he goes into that fight or he goes into something else, possibly the idea that he is going to have to wait is false. We do not have enough time or enough information to be frustrated about that yet. We do have the right as fans to speculate. When there's rumors out there and they're public rumors, there is a responsibility of the media to ask those in charge and to get an answer from those in charge. We have the right to do what we're doing, but we're not necessarily correct. If we are right that they don't know what to do with an interim championship and they don't want to defend it, for whatever reason, I would not sense that is accurate, because I would not believe that. Defend an interim championship, I have no idea what the problem with that would be. But let's just say that somehow Tom's success is stopping Tom from getting a job. Then he can give it back. Daniel Cormier relinquished at one time. I mean, the same way as you can point and say you're champion. It's happened twice. Ronda Rousey, Jose Aldo. Neither had set foot in the octagon and were champions of the octagon. I mean, the same way you can do that, you can also give a belt back. St. Pierre did it. Corey Hill did it. Prohaska wants you to think that he did it. So it's a big if. I don't know that I'm bullish on that concept, but I'm sharing with you if that is the case, then Tom could just give the belt back. And I don't see the other heavyweights doing a good job until Almeida said it. I mean, God bless him for saying it. Now, I would like to see something good happen to Jailton Almeida just for being the one to say, go out and defend your belt. It's an opportunity. Guys want it. It's a really big deal. The BMF, which has no lineage, has no defenses ever. The guys want it. It's a big deal. They've set their lives on hold to have this thing that our community accepts, which is a belt. So I want to give Jon a hard time, but I do have to defend Jon in one way. He tried to fight. Jon Jones did not want to be a closeted champion. He wanted to be out there and competing. He called for fights. He finally signed to fight. He finally not only signed to fight, he verbally agreed that if something happened to his opponent, who in this case was Stipe, he would fight Sergey Pavlich. I mean, there were stories going on out there all over the internet that Jon's scared he'll retire, he'll never fight Sergey Pavlich. He already agreed to fight Sergey Pavlich. So you end up in a bit of a tough spot with the matchmaking. The Jailton Almeida fight is one that you could do. Tom has sold out arenas 3 times in 2 different countries. Aside From Sergey Pavlich, I couldn't tell you against who. If you gave me enough time to think, I watched it, but I couldn't tell you against who. And the only reason that's not to slide those opponents is to let you know that it's Tom. Tom is the draw, and I have to say that because the fight that people would like to see the most would be Ciryl Gane versus Tom. That becomes a problem if the winner of that is, in fact, going to be the interim champion and draw in to Jones down the road. Like, you'd have to be really careful to not put yourself in a position where you had to put Ciryl in a fight with Jon Jones. That is an uphill battle. Ciryl is the only heavyweight to lose a heavyweight fist fight without ever being punched with a fist. I mean, it really is a unique spot. But he's a tremendous talent. Physically, I think Ciryl could have done a lot better. Mentally, he just didn't want to be in there. But it's still... That's a sell job that would be very hard to do. But you can outrun anything, right? You can put enough time behind it. It's not as though that's something that would be stopped. But if we are having just a focus on Tom, he does need to find himself an opponent. He does need to identify who that is. And I think it'd be easier for Tom if he could do it like every other champion, where it is you accept a fight. Nobody's challenged him. Nobody. Ciryl said it. Tom brushed him away, and Ciryl, like he always does, just went dead silent and put his head in the sand. Like, Ciryl doesn't know which way is up in the world of fight promotion. There's nothing that you can do about that, but somebody does need to challenge Tom. And Tom can either give his cases to the media why that's not the person or why they don't deserve it, right? And the answer for Ciryl for not deserving it is Ciryl stiffed him. Tom shouldn't give him that. It's the same reason Colby isn't lining up to fight Belal Muhammad. Muhammad tried to take something from him, so now Colby's taking it back. We all understand this. We understand pettiness on a human level. Sure we do. But John's argument that you want to take something from me for not doing it, I don't have a license. I can't get a license. It's not my choice. By the way, plenty of guys have been in that spot and they had to give the belt back. Either way, his argument back to Tom is you're doing the same thing. Don't come talk to me about defending a belt until you defend a belt. And before we put all of that on Tom, where are the call-outs? Where are the heavyweights and where are the challenges? What is interesting about that? And it's one of these divisions where they've been asleep at the wheel for years. They've been asleep at the wheel to the point they let their own heavyweight champion walk away without losing the belt. They let him go because he couldn't draw. Went and lost a pile of money for somebody else, right? I mean, some guys just can't draw. But it sure is ripe for the taking. Nobody gives a damn who's ranked number 4 at heavyweight or 3 at heavyweight or 6 at heavyweight or 9 at heavyweight. You could be the smartest marks in the business. I don't know where you get the rankings. I've made that comment many times, and I read something in the comment section. He doesn't know where to get the rankings. All you got to go is to ufc.com/ranking.org-recent. And then when you get there, do a search for heavyweight. It'll pop right up. Like, I always hear from some dork that says something like that. Even you dorks with your hyphenation and your backslashes don't know who's ranked number 6, don't know who's ranked number 8, don't know who's ranked number 3. It's one of those situations where it doesn't matter. They're interchangeable mediocrities. Every one of them. Every one of them. We are the one. We had to get and lift Tom's ass up here. He wasn't going to do it on his own. He didn't know how to do it. But we got him here. Now we got to find somebody else. We got to get them up there. Whatever it is that has to be done. They're not going to do it. They're not going to make call-outs. It's not right to Tom. You should not be punished for success. I don't think a resistance to defend the interim belt is actually what's going on here. I do believe there's more to this story. There's no part of me that believes Jones versus Stipe, we just have to do the fight. I don't believe that. In fact, I have a theory as to why we're preserving or pretending to preserve that idea. So let's see where this goes. But one helpful thing, if Jon isn't going to call out Tom and Tom isn't going to call out Jon, if they're not going to do that, stop talking to one another.